So in this video, I'm going to very clearly explain how you can have what is functionally equivalent to $1 million net worth. And in fact, it can even be higher than that. So I'm in pretty good shape, at least not terrible shape, and I did that for fun. But I wanted to let you know that when your mind is clear, your body will follow. So you can get in great shape, feel great, have mental clarity. And that's when the money doesn't weigh on your mind. You're able to focus on your body, on your health, on your relationships. Many great things happen. But the reason that I bring this up, the health and wellness in particular, is because the single step that is required to give you what you want from your $1 million net worth or higher. It can go up to 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, and even higher than that. But we're going to get to that after I ask a simple question. What is it that you want with money? I don't believe that you want pieces of paper, and I don't believe that you really truly care about the numbers that you see online or on your mobile app when you look at your bank account and brokerage accounts. Instead, you are thinking about what that money will do for you. Money as a tool, money as a battery for your life's energy, and really, what is it that money does for you? How does money work for you? And how do you transform or transmute that cash, those dollars, those assets into what you want and need for a wonderful life? Well, here is something one of my mentors taught me many years ago, and I want to share it with you right now so you can immediately implement this. What he said was, John, I want you to think about everything in your life that you want, need, and desire. And so I did that. And then he said, okay, now pretty much everything on that list is likely related to health, wellness, fitness, also relationships, and the good things in life that come from really being part of a community, part of a family. And very few things are related to material possessions. But even if we include material possessions, it's very interesting because we can sort of transform or think about those things that we want as humans and how money helps us take care of those things and eliminates or reduces the problems that we have in our lives. So my mentor continued and then asked this question after I went through that exercise of thinking of all the things that I wanted, needed, desired in my life. And it really came down to a few things, truly just a few things. I wanted to make sure that my family was taken care of and that there were no overhangs, no liabilities, no debts in my life that would hinder my family at the time. And I also wanted to make sure I did some good with all the possible future money that I would have. So when you think about this, you think about death, the end of your life. And it's very interesting because when you do that and you take the long view, what ends up happening is that you gain a certain perspective on what truly matters. And typically it's not a new pair of sneakers or a new car. It's not even some other kind of piddly little experience you might have. Now, vacations do count, going to Disney World and doing things of that nature. Well, those things are pretty cool, but really, when you get down to it, the depth, the true depth is all about the family, the relationships, and making sure that the right people are taken care of, and then some. So let's say you have some kids. Could be one kid, could be a wife, could be a husband, could be grandparents, could be whatever. If you want to take care of them, that's going to take money. If you had all the money in the world that you needed, then you would be able to use money as a tool to take care of them. So my mentor continued. We're having this conversation. We're going back and forth. And what I came to realize is that he was getting at a top number. And finally, I came up with some top number. And he said, well, you can take care of that in one step. You can have all the money that you need in one step. Now, I didn't quite know what he meant, if he was going to give me the money right then and there. That didn't make any sense. But he kept pulling at the string about the needs and the wants and the desires that I had. And it came down to a big pile of money. And he said, well, if you could get life insurance, if you could get life insurance, then that would mean that you, no matter what, could do whatever you wanted, because now your mind is clear. Everyone is taken care of. If something happened to you for some reason, then everyone that matters in your life would be flooded with money. That would be the house being paid for, any debts immediately handled. It would be money available for charity. It would be the kids and their colleges taken care of completely, even some goodies for those in the community, right? Everything that I really thought about could have been solved in one fell swoop if I had the right life insurance. So then my mentor says to me, or ask really, what would it cost for you to get that life insurance? And so I did the calculations. And by the way, my life insurance policy, as I was looking at this, it was very sizable. This is many years ago, many years ago. And the life insurance policy was very sizable. But because I was a wee bit younger then, the premiums were not terrible. They were not insane. The premiums were actually very reasonable. So this is not a pitch for you to go get life insurance. What it is, it's an explanation, a very clear explanation of a process that you can follow to see how much money do you need to really meet all your wants, needs, and desires. That being said, there are tools that are available to immediately give you the peace of mind, because ultimately that's what you want. You want freedom. You want peace of mind. You want to know that the people that depend on you, those that rely on you, and even those that don't know you whatsoever. And again, I'm speaking of charities and donations and helping others that you don't even know at all, but you're able to make a difference. When you look at that amount of money and you say to yourself, well, I can put one tool in place, I can use one mechanism, I can follow one single strategy that immediately makes me a millionaire or 5 millionaire, heck, even $10 million. And the premiums still would not be completely outrageous. Now, there are different kinds of insurance, and I could go on and on about that. But what matters is the exercise of figuring out your wants, needs, and desires, figuring out the exact dollar amount necessary and the true impact that you want to have on other people. What is it that you're fighting for in your life outside of yourself? Now, obviously, you're fighting for yourself and your own freedom and living the good life and so forth, right? And I had joked earlier about, being able to get in shape and put the time in and feel great, right? Many people don't know how old I am, and they incorrectly estimate my age, and that's because I've been able to spend time on what matters, my health and wellness. I plan on living, not dying. So it's the opposite. By thinking about death, by thinking about life insurance, I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing what I can to be present, be here now. I'm present with my friends, my family members. I'm friends with many more people than I used to be, and I keep growing that network. I keep trying to have more and more of an impact in the community. And I've done that by thinking about, yes, death, right? Memento mori. The end is here. The end is always right around the corner. But if you get your paperwork right, if you get things lined up, if you get that life insurance, the proper life insurance for the right price, great things can happen in a snap, just like that. They just can happen just like that, right? Instant. And you can do that. You can go through the process of the want, needs, and desires. You can go through and think about everything that other people would need, that you support, that deserve your support, and maybe some that don't. And then you can use one tool, in this case, life insurance. Now, that is not the only way to achieve your goals. You can do other things like start a business. You can also do things like invest your money very, very wisely and still conservatively. So you can do that. This is, again, not a pitch for life insurance. It's more about the process of knowing what you really, truly need and then finding innovative tools that help you achieve that peace of mind and give you the result, perhaps in a way that you hadn't considered before. All right, so that's going to wrap up this teaching, this training. My name is John S. Rhodes. You're going to find more information about how to make money online, even things that are great like artificial intelligence that are taking the world by storm, how to use those tools to build an infrastructure in your life, to build your own tools, to get the answers that you need answers to, right? The questions are out there. You can get answers, the answers that you deserve. So go ahead, take a look at that below. My brother is Matt Rhodes. Together we're the Rhodes Brothers. Enjoy more of these videos. Like, share with other people as well. And I really appreciate you and your time. Thank you very much. See you in the next training.